Good day everyone, I'm Kyla Matic, your reporter for today, and we're going to tackle about audience research. Audience research is traditionally about gaining insight of audience preferences. This is ever changing and could be in the present period as well. Calibrating audiences, size, and reach. Again, what is audience research? Audience research is exactly what it sounds like. You are researching your audience or your target audience to determine their pain points, preferred keywords, buying behaviors, and more. You know that it is a noisy world out there. Everywhere you look, you have a social media content, digital ads, out of home, OOH, advertising, and so much more. Everyone wants your attention, right? Your audience feels the same way. The more content your audience sees, it is the harder to break through that content. You have to content that speaks to them, their needs, their concerns, and their aesthetic. If they connect with the content, they'll stop scrolling. Next. However, this can be other directions for audience research that may be relevant to the site, such as technological advances, media industry, and web-based platform. It is true that audience research can inform your branding, market price point, and customer service needs, as well as organic and paid marketing strategy. This is crucial to creating a content strategy for your brand because to create content that connects you, you need to understand who are you talking to. Now, there are factors that prevents audiences from turning their favorite channels. These are the factors that audiences prevent them to watch your favorite channels. And the reasons are work hours, traffics, or traveling on road. I very much agree with this because working hours is a busy day for a person instead of they going to have something that they want to watch in the television. Traffics, they can be a factor that prevents them from watching their favorite YouTubes or vlogs because this contains what do you call this? Time. Yes, time. And especially traveling on the road. They will be very much busy with it as well. For example, you are you're in a call center agent work field and then you have a favorite channel that you would like to watch during the night but your shift is in graveyard mode, then you won't be able to watch that channel or that teleserie that you are looking. So next, formulation of social policy can be also a trigger for a research undertaking. In the news article below, some research findings show how children are affected by the violence of teleseries are credibly tackled using very specific research tools that were aligned to the research subject. As stated in the article, the research findings will yield recommendations for new television standard that will favor Filipino children. So this says that some research that had been showed here that some Filipino children were affected by having some watching channels in the television. Is it good or bad that most Filipino children glued to teleseries? So let's find out. Good or bad, most Filipino children glued to teleseries. In Manila, Philippines, most Filipino children still prefer watching televisions when they get home after school and like watching teleseries. I very much agree to this because when I am in this age, or actually until now, when I am going home after school, I also like to watch TVs and also my favorite channels like teleseries before, like growing up, and I agree to this. So these are some hours. Most Filipino children watch televisions for close to 3 hours weekdays and 6 hours during weekends. The same study showed both are beyond internationally prescribed daily exposure to television, which is only 1 to 2 hours. So the standard of a children to watching television is only 1 to 2 hours. But the study shows that most children are already watching 3 hours per weekdays and 6 hours in weekends. The study conducted by the National Council for Children's Television or NCCT late February to March 2015 surveyed that 4,395 children below 18 years old from grades 3 to 10 enrolled into 109 public and private elementary high schools all over the country. It revealed that during weekdays, many children watch televisions from 5 p.m. to 10 p.m., considered the prime time of the Philippine television, replete with teleserye programming. And the Republic Act of 8370 or the Televisions Act of 1007 shows the time slots here. As you can see, 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. weekday it is 13.7%, weekend is 29.5%, 9 a.m. to 12 noon is 6.3% and 43.2%. 12 noon to 1 p.m. is 12.50% and 31.5%. 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. is 8%. During the weekday and weekend is 36.6%. 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. is 51.8%, and weekend is 37%. 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. is 48.4% during the weekday and 46.6% during the weekend. Several studies pointed out how television programs which are not specifically created for children. This is true that not all television programs are for children. It may not be beneficial towards their growth, exactly without the existence of vulgarity and violence in its content. For example, a 5-year-old children is watching a romance channel or television programs. It is not beneficial towards to that 5-year-old kid because sh- he or she is still young for that kind of content. So the study read that any concept that is more improperly interpreted by children could mean a shift in their perspective. Just like in some violence programs or content, the children could take it seriously because they don't have the proper perspective or proper guidance on how to interpret that kind of concept. And any incorrect inferences to what is real and socially acceptable or correct could lead to possible conflicts in a child's development. And I agree to this. Because when it comes to genre, more children watch shows categorized as comedy and children's television. Like nowadays, there's a show that is titled Cocomelon, which is comes to the genre for children. followed by news, education, drama, and music. Majority of children prefer watching teleseries or adult-oriented televisions. Shows like comedy drama, news, and foreign television series dubbed in Filipino, the report read. But the study could not determine whether this trend is because of the lack of child-oriented shows marred by inability of television networks to follow the 15% child-friendly program policy under the provision of the Republic Act 8370 or the Children's Television Act of 1997 requires every broadcast networks to allot 15% of their daily total airtime for education and child-friendly news. So it is stated that some law has been pushed for this kind of situation for children to have their guidance when it comes to the content of the series or teleseries because sometimes children are preferred to watch the adult oriented shows which is needs proper guidance. So that is all, and that is audience research again. Thank you so much.